Hey guys, welcome to a new series I'm doing. I'm going to call it In the Garage. Um, yeah, and it's basically what the name sounds like. I'm going to work in the garage on random things I need to get done and film it. And you're welcome to kind of follow along with me if you're interested. Um, Crack open a beverage of some sort. I don't drink, but you are certainly welcome to. And in fact, don't make fun of my beverage choice, but if I can get the phone to balance. First things first. It's quite good. But today, we're going to be doing a few things. And we're working on the Humvee today, so this is episode 1 of In the Shop for the Humvee. I'll probably do other stuff as well. But let me show you what I'm doing today. So, we're going to be putting these hood latches on. We are going to be taking this kind of warped old fuel filler bezel. I don't know what you call it. We're going to be taking that bad boy off. We are going to be soldering up these nice new headlights so they actually work. We are going to be attaching the headlight switch to its bracket. And potentially, if we have time, sorry it's a little dark, we're going to take a peek in that fuel tank and see what it looks like. See if my fuel sock, fuel intake sock, whatever you call it, see if that's clogged up or not. Oh, and we're also going to take this gasket. This normally goes between the sponson and the body of the truck. It's just kind of hanging down right now. And since you can't really buy these as far as I know anymore, I'm going to make my own and be putting that on the other side. So first things first, let's go ahead and get this old bezel out of here. So you start by just simply removing the gas cap right here. Let that hang. There's 3 bolts. They've got nuts on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out. If you're like me and you like to work on stuff around the house and on vehicles and stuff, and you don't have one of these toolkits, you need to get one. Now, I'm not sponsored by these people. I think this is called Epaulo, E-P-A-U-L-O, I think is what that is. So you can just get them on Amazon, just Google tool set, and it'll probably come up. They're in these small little boxes, they've got some varying sizes, but these are cheap and it's so convenient to have. Let me show you what's in the box. You just got a little tool set, and I've found 75% of the time these sizes, which is 4mm through 13, or if you're on the standard 5/32 through 9/16, for little around the house projects and stuff like this, it works out really well. So they also have a screwdriver that you can use with sockets, and obviously a socket wrench, a few adapters and extensions and stuff like that. So I'm going to probably go ahead and use this in combination with my Milwaukee electric socket, and we're going to get this thing out of here real quick. So it looks like these outer ones are just 8mm, so I'm going to go ahead and take these up real quick. Yes, I'm going to grab an adjustable real quick. Here's a pro tip. Headlamps are absolutely awesome. That last one was not happy. So this may be hard on video to see, but see how distorted that one is. Here's the brand new one. I'm hoping if I don't over tighten it, it'll last, but we shall see. I know this stuff isn't super critical, guys, but you know, I've built a few rigs, and in my opinion, it's little things like this that really kind of differentiate between something that looks clean and well put together and something that looks a little bit clapped out, even though it's just cosmetic. They also make aftermarket locking gas caps for this. You know, I don't live in a space I need a locking gas cap, and it kind of looked like the design of them required you to stick the key in it every time to get to your fuel, which can be really annoying, especially if you lose the key. The other thing I've kind of learned a little bit over the years is sometimes OEM is just the best look. You don't always have to go aftermarket on every little thing. All right, let's get that gas cap back in. Probably could do with some new hardware. Little grade 8 bolts would look nice, but it's definitely an improvement. Let's move on to the next thing. Well, I just noticed that this stuff's in pretty rough condition. This is fine, but I'd like to paint it black before I put this on the Humvee. I may just get new ones anyway. The rubber will look a little bit nicer, so I think we're gonna hold off on this task until next time. All right, let's get this headlight switch on. Now here's a tip. If you've got a big project and you're getting discouraged and it seems like it's never gonna get done, just come out into the shop or the garage and do some small stuff on it that you've been putting off. Makes you feel good, makes you feel like stuff's getting accomplished, and you're gonna have to do that stuff at the end of the project anyway. So it's not a waste of time, that's for sure. Now in the future, one day when I'm bored, I'll probably go in and get nicer hardware for all this stuff and replace it, make it look really good. For now, the old Humvee hardware that came with it will be just fine. Also looks like we've got a couple of retainers. Oh, and I think they went here and here, my guess. Maybe something like that. We're probably going to leave those off for now because I'm going to put Dynamat in any place I can get it on this rig. I picked up these bullet connectors just like the military ones. Got them on eBay from Federal Military Parts. They are the same people who did, or that I bought my hard doors from. So let's crack open these headlights and see what we're working with here and get soldering. So as you can see, these obviously have the standard headlight plug that you would see on any civilian vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and chop that off and strip the wires and convert it to the bullet connection, which should plug right into the headlight housing assembly and hopefully make this all work. So I'll go ahead and show you the tools I'm using for this job. This is just my opinion, you can take it or leave it, but I've done a fair amount of soldering in my life, and I used to always use a typical electric soldering iron. I thought I'd give this butane soldering iron a shot. This just uses butane. This just uses butane like a butane lighter, and I found it to be remarkably better than any electric soldering iron I've had. Now, it's not saying much. I haven't spent a ton of money on soldering irons. I usually just get the cheap stuff, but this was also really cheap, and it works phenomenally well. Obviously, it's portable. It's wireless. People say you can't use them outside in the wind, but I have, and it's been fine. But I highly recommend, if you get frustrated with soldering, that you pick up one of these butane soldering irons. This is just one from Weller. It is the Portasol P2K. So it has been phenomenally good for me, at least. Another thing and another tool is this type of wire strippers. I don't know what the term is for it. This is from Conductite, but you see the action of that right there. That is so much better for stripping wires than your typical wire strippers and crimpers. This is a phenomenal tool, and it has made me save hours of frustration probably stripping wires over the years. So I highly recommend you also look for one of these and pick one of these up if you are stripping wires a fair amount. So we're going to go ahead and lop the plug off the end of this thing. I'm going to cut it as long as I can. That way I've got some extra wire to work with. And I guess I'll leave this red wire. I'm not too sure what that one's actually for, so we'll see. All right. All right, that was a little bit tricky, but it seems like what you want to do is just fill these little caps all the way up with solder, and then while it's still molten, shove your wire in there, shove it all the way to the bottom, hold it, and let it dry. And as far as I can tell, that's the best way to do it. So let's do a, yep, that one's very strong. That's very strong. And that appears to be very strong. Alright guys, so got that figured out. So the bottom plug here, it's labeled 91. You can, it's kind of hard to show you with all the light coming from the headlight. But that bottom plug is your ground, the black wire. The top right plug is the supply for your normal headlights, the yellow wire in my case. And the top left is for your brights, the white wire. I have no idea what that red wire does. It might be to run these two things here. So my testing did confirm this red wire here, I'll show you, is indeed the little running lights. So normally you could wire this in and have just those two on without any headlights on at all. You know, kind of difficult to do that on a Humvee. I mean, you can, but I think instead I'm just going to go ahead and resolder this to the yellow, and they will share that. And then when my brights are not on, the low beams and those will be on, and provide a little extra light, and also look pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. All right, got them both in. Let's go ahead and test these bad boys out. Okay, looks like they're lighting up the wall. They look pretty good. Hopefully that's showing up well on camera. So that's just a standard running mode. Like I said, I spliced the red and the yellow wire together, so you've got the upper and lower little running lights along with the middle light. And I'll go ahead and show you what the brights look like. I've also noticed my brights switch is starting to kind of get stuck, so I might need to get a new one of those. But yeah, brights look very bright, and that's what they look like. Let me turn off the light in this garage right quick. So I don't know, I'll have to get it outside, but they look pretty decent. They definitely hurt to just look at. So quick tip for you guys, because I don't want anyone to waste their money. These are just available on Amazon. Like I said, I'm pretty positive that any Jeep Wrangler headlights will fit in a Humvee. I think even the notches and stuff that help them orient inside the housings are the same. So there are Humvee resellers out there, Humvee parts resellers that will literally buy these headlights, probably do what I just did with the connectors, or they'll just do a cheesy adapter that is literally just plug and play, and then mark it up to insane amounts of money. So these, I think, were, I don't know, 50, maybe 75 bucks. I don't know what the resellers are doing currently, but in the past I have seen these exact headlights for sale for, I want to say, $400 or $500. So it's just absolutely criminal that people are doing this. But these ones look pretty sick even when they're off. And I think they fit the theme of the Humvee really well. If you remember my first Humvee build, I kind of, I've matured a little bit since then, but my first Humvee build, I had these halo headlights, which were pretty dope. And you could change the color of the halo and stuff. And I don't recommend those so much. I don't know why. Funny thing, and it took me a while to learn this, but they don't play very well with the Humvee electronics for whatever reason. So I used a Bluetooth app, which actually worked really well. And I would change the headlights to like red, for example, or a lot of times I just do yellow or something, because I think red's technically, you're not supposed to do that because it looks like police lights, but I do yellow or something like that. And when I leave and start going down the road and driving the thing, one of my buddies finally told me this when he was driving alongside me, or in front of me, I guess. The headlights would change colors and fluctuate. So I'd be going down the road and the rings would be doing every color of the rainbow, basically. And I drove around like that for probably over a year before someone finally pointed that out to me. So I got a lot of looks. I don't know if they were all necessarily just because people like the Humvee. It may have been for other reasons. But little pro tip there for anyone who's looking to get aftermarket headlights. I'll try and link all this stuff in the description. The headlights, the bullet connectors, I guess my soldering iron, my special wire stripper that I used, and that toolkit as well that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So I think that's it today for today in the garage. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. There's plenty to do, so I plan on releasing these things quite often, just little informal, easy videos. So thanks guys, please like and subscribe. Goodbye.